Rich, Tennessee Homestead. How's that cracking today? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I stopped and did up a couple of videos to get up to you. Big thing I want to talk to you about is my remodeling work. Yeah, it's turned out pretty good. Got candlelights in. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have a new studio. Once I get that all in place and the equipment bought for it, then I'm looking to start doing some live streams. Primarily it's for the company. I've had a couple of requests for that, but I figured I'd do some for this channel too. You know, we have some Q&As, things of that nature. I did have a young gentleman who said, he says, you know, we ought to start a millennial versus the old geezer kind of setup where we talk about the way the different generations view things. Yeah, well, I don't think it'd be a permanent thing. It could be something worth taking a look at, because him and I do a lot of talking a lot of times, and sometimes he changes my mind, sometimes I change his. And he's one of these fellows who's learned that, hey, you guys aren't as silly as we think you are. And that knowing some of this stuff, yeah, I sent him back to do research a lot. Poor guy. Yeah, we'll get to talking about a topic and stuff, and I'll start rattling off different things to him, and he's like, I've never heard that before. I'll give him the reference points of where to go check it out, and he goes and checks it out and comes back and says, I was never taught that. There's a lot the young people are not being taught. So let's try to educate. Of course, most of them have the one thing they are being taught is don't listen to the older people. They don't know what they're talking about. That's very foolish, because you know, you've lived a life. What looks good on paper doesn't always work out in the real world. Yeah, it matters. It really does matter. So we might do a little something along those lines. Ought to be interesting, you know? Kind of sad, really, that the young generation today is being led down the primrose path. One of the things that bothered me, I was taking a coffee break, and I was watching one of the news shows, and I believe it was NTD. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch any of the CBS's, NBC's. You know, I'm done with that. I just flatly will not give them a view. Not even on their online stuff. I've many times looked at a clickbait on, you know, on these channels where they're like, that sounds interesting. But then I realize it probably isn't, and just move along. So I'm just that stubborn about it. Will not. Now, one of the things that we are looking to do, and we may need be looking for some volunteers to do it, so if you're be interested in something like that, let's do that. We need to start spending our money where our money is appreciated and not used against us. That is something and what I'd like to do is organize a database to where we can get access to, and I've got a setting site that I might be able to put that all up on, and we'll where you have some place to go and go, this is where you want to spend your money, this is where you don't. These areas that are creating problems out there for most of the rural folks, we just need to quit doing business with. That is the best way for us to deal with. You know, you got 100 to 150 million people that can easily put your dollar somewhere else. But in the process, I was looking at a few things, talking about the food shortages. Now here it is, Thanksgiving, and there's a lot of people that don't have food. Restaurants are getting closed down up in Kentucky, and right before the holidays, these lower wage workers have lost their income. I really feel that we could stop a lot of this if we pressed and got laws passed that go, when the government enforces like a lockdown and their citizens lose their income because of that, so should every politician in that state. Cut it off. Let them know what it's like to not get an income too, and not deferred to where you get it whenever you fix it. No, gone. This is getting to be ridiculous. They're playing with people's lives. There's families that are going hungry on Thanksgiving in this country. Why? Well, because the Republicans and the Democrats couldn't get their act together enough to work out a deal to get some aid to these people who don't have incomes because of their lockdowns and their nonsense. And the companies that they've put out of business. You know, these elites in these countries are playing gods, and they're playing a dangerous game. People, you're messing with the wrong thing. You're messing with the livelihoods of people's families, not educating their children. So I expect to see a big tax refund because Department of Education shouldn't be doing much nothing because the schools are closed. I'm watching a neighbor of mine that's a school principal. She goes to work every day. Why? Now, when they open them back up here in Tennessee, yeah. No, they'd go in and do paperwork and they'd do this and they'd do that and still collecting their checks. Although students weren't being educated. That sort of stuff needs to stop. And it's time that we quit thinking Democrat and we quit thinking Republican and we start thinking American. If not, heaven help us. Now I just heard that Dominion, the software company on the elections, go, well, it wasn't us, but it sure looks like Red China and Iran was into your election. Wait a minute, guys, these machines weren't supposed to be connected to the internet. That's one of the things y'all said, but apparently that's not true. I am sick of being lied to by these people. Like I said, I'm getting old. I hopefully am. I don't want to live in this country. I want to tell you youth something. If you're thinking about entering into the military, don't do it. They'll be starting up another war soon. And they're going to end your life. You could die, and they don't care, because it's not going to change a thing. Because when they finish that one up, they'll just go start another one. And more young people die. Wake up. Walk past that recruiter's door. Don't step in it. A lot of guys think, oh, well, everybody thanks you for your service. Yeah. Not really. They'll burn a flag right in front, okay? They have no respect for the flag. They have no respect for your sacrifice. They have no respect for any of it. Not really. They show it on a daily basis. You're over fighting for freedom and you got other people over here fighting for communism to take it away. Quit playing it. But yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm watching a documentary on people not having Thanksgiving this year because some governor like Newsom or whatever who goes out to find restaurants with his friends. Nancy Pelosi with her refrigerators full of food can't seem to work hard enough to take care of the American public. So you have a government that is not of, by, and for the people. They're for themselves. Period. You don't count. Period. You are nothing but expendable. They don't care if your family starves to death, really. Keep it in mind, America. This is your country. I'm really grateful that my father passed away years back, as it would break his heart to see what country that he fought so hard for what it's turned into. He'd be disgusted. Sad. It's really sad. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to you folks. This will be probably coming up after Thanksgiving, but it's being taped, darn it. Think about those that don't have Thanksgiving. Think about those that up in Kentucky just got told this is your last day. And luckily, one of the restaurants I was quite impressed with, they had branches in other states, and they took all their income from all their other branches to pay the Kentucky workers, divided up amongst them, because the chain pretty much said, we won't be coming back to Kentucky. Congratulations, Governor. Just lost 2 very nice businesses. He probably ate there, because they're nice ones, fancy ones. Just the kind that our royalty likes to go to. United States of America. United for what? To serve you people? We're the servants. Our labor goes to support them. Y'all have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. Keep in mind those less fortunate than you. Truly sad. This is Rich. Love and appreciate you. Take care.